At some point, everybody needs work gloves, especially when it's cold. A company called Toolant reached out to us and asked if we would share about their line of work gloves if they sent us a few, and they sent us a few. In fact, I think 10 or 12 pair or more, but we're going to go over their top 5 or 6 line of gloves. In fact, they have more gloves beyond this, but just this is mainly their kind of cold weather line. So we'll take a closer look at these, and we'll also share about pricing along the way. Toolant has a full line of gloves that even expand beyond this. These are all winter gloves, well, with the exception of these here, but for the rest of these are wintertime gloves. So for cool environment, or even working in, freezers, coolers, that sort of thing, reefer units, you name it, these would be great gloves for that. So let's dig in and take a look at each one of these. I'm going to start with my favorite pair, which are these Toolant Thor Pro Mechanics gloves. These are lined with 3M Thinsulate, so you know they're going to be warm, and then obviously the outside are a genuine grain cowhide leather, which are pretty soft right out of the gate. And the more you use these, the more that leather is going to get broken in and remain nice and soft. If you'll see these fingertips here, these are actually Kevlar reinforced. So you get Kevlar reinforcement on 3 of the fingers. You also get on the knuckle here, you can actually use that on touchscreen. So your phone, your iPad, you can still use that knuckle to be able to scroll on your screens with that. And then you see the protection right here on across the knuckles, so no more busted knuckles when that wrench slips off in that cold weather. And then here in the palm we get an EVA foam in between, and that's going to absorb a lot of vibrations as well as impacts. You also get a Velcro closure, and then you get a terry cloth wipe right here on the outside edge of the thumb. You can see that's a different material, so you can wipe your brow without getting your face all greasy. Now the price on these are going to run $37 a pair. Now let's step down to a more simplified type of glove. These are cut resistant gloves here. These are the Tuland Comfy Cuts. Now these are touchscreen capable with the actual fingertips, so you don't have to touch with a knuckle or anything like that. You can actually do that with the fingertips. You also get a double layer of dipping right there for reinforcement. This is a textured material on the outside to make sure you can still grip, and it's ANSI A4 cut resistant. So new razor blade, not going to cut that material. I'm not going to dig in really hard, but that is a brand new blade on that box cutter. Now these are very comfortable to wear. They're light and have a lot of dexterity and a lot of feel in the fingertips as well, even though you're getting a lot of protection right there with the dipping, yet also breathable on the back side. And these are going to run $15 a pair, or you can get 3 pair for $40. Next up, we have the Toolant heavy duty waterproof winter work gloves. These are 100% waterproof with a thermal lining, as well as completely dipped and double dipped here on the palm with a textured palm for gripping, and again offering that 100% waterproof. We also have a Velcro closure or hook and loop closure, plenty of dexterity still, and again you're getting a lining to keep you warm, and you're getting touchscreen compatibility in the fingertips again on these gloves as well. So if water resistance or waterproofing is a necessity for you, you definitely need to check out these gloves. These are going to run $20 per pair and run $53 for 3 pair. And these are what they call their Aura Style winter work gloves. These are also 100% waterproof. They don't have the Velcro closure, more of an elastic band, but you see it's got a nice deep band. It's going to go up your wrist if you want it to, or you can fold it down if you want it to as well. Still a lined inside to keep you warm, and 100% dipped on the outside to keep it, again, 100% waterproof, at least up to here. This is obviously going to soak up any moisture, but as far as working with your fingertips, with your hands, that's going to be protected. One of the cool things I notice about their gloves is that right here on the banding, these 2 gloves are identical, except this is a large and this is an extra large. And so the banding is actually showing you that one is a size difference than the other. And you'll notice here on the other gloves as well. Again, we get the textured fingers and palms. It's going to help you to have additional grip so things aren't slipping out of your hands. And we also have touchscreen compatibility here on the fingertips. And these gloves are also breathable. Even though they're 100% waterproof, they will still breathe and allow that heat to escape so you're not sweating to death underneath these gloves. These are going to run $14 a pair or $30 for 3 pair. And these are the Toolant leather work gloves. So unlike the Pro Mechanics gloves where it had a lot of the padding, things like this, these are more of your typical garden variety work gloves. And I shouldn't say typical, but just an all leather work glove, but you still get some lining there. In fact, it's 3M Thinsulate lining, so it's going to keep you warm. You get a Velcro or hook and loop closure so you can cinch that down. You get a reinforced palm through here. This is going to resist abrasions and give you much longer use when you're, using garden tools or using hand tools, shovels, things like that. That's really going to aid in not wearing through the palms of those gloves. And the longer you wear these, the longer you use these, the softer these will become over time. So you still get that 100% grain cowhide, and they're nice and soft to begin with, but they'll get really nice and flexible and soft the longer you use them. And obviously the 100% leather is going to provide abrasion and puncture resistance just naturally. So great set of gloves with warm 3M Thinsulate, and these will run you $21 a pair. And if you're working around grease or different types of oils or chemicals, then these NIT Trial coated gloves are the ones to have. These are the Toolant NIT Trial thermal work gloves. So oil-proof thermal work gloves. So in addition to being nitrile coated and getting the textured palm and fingers, you also get a lining inside that's going to keep you nice and warm as well. And with the long cuff, if you want to, I could put this over my watch, protect my watch if I want to, or if I wanted to roll it down and have it shorter as well. But nice long cuff on there that's going to extend up beyond the base of your hand. See the nitrile coating here and the double layer of coating here. So we have the nitrile throughout, but we also have that coating, that textured coating on here. It's going to help you grip and not slip things, even in your oils and greases. And these will remain flexible even down to -4 degrees. And you also get touchscreen compatibility on the tips of these fingers as well. So even though you're protected from the cold, protected from the oils and grease, you'll still have that touchscreen compatibility with these gloves. And these nitrile gloves are going to run you about $19 a pair, or you can get 3 pair for $48. Now, if you want the ultimate protection from the cold, from the wet, protecting your hands, keeping them nice and warm, and you're working in that cold environment, then you probably want to check out these balen gloves from Toolant. These are called the balen freezer gloves. These are 100% waterproof. They're also anti-slip and anti-freezing as well, and yet still breathable. You have an acrylic knit fabric lining to keep you warm, and they're windproof with a water-based PU coating, really soft and flexible, and they remain that way. And then you have an adjustable cuff here that easily cinch it down. Just pull right here, locks that down, pull it tighter if I want to, release it. I can just pull here and release. Or if I want to fold these down, or if I want the cuff folded down like that, and I don't need that full cuff, then I can do that and keep my wrist from getting all sweaty. But again, if I'm in that real cold environment and I want to pull this over the top, I can do so and cinch that down and keep things nice and tight, keep that wind from blowing down that cuff. And again, these are the Toolant balen freezer gloves. These are going to run you about $28 a pair. Hey, we'll have links in the description. Some of these go to Amazon, some of these go to Toolant. Feel free to buy these wherever you wish. Also, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our video about gloves, then give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day. Keep smiling.